My name is Najir Chambers of Big Gold Belt Media. Ruby and Tip, it's a pleasure to talk to you two today about your new film, Fear, coming to theaters January 27th. Now, Tip, I want to start off with you. Got a chance to check out some of the film already in preparation for this interview today. Recently just saw you on the BMF documentary, and I loved your insight on that. And man, how did this all come full circle? Because with your character coming from Detroit, even the introduction of your character on this, what up, though? You know, the lingo's already there. I'm already buying into the character. And then when you hear about your character's fear, making it out of Detroit, the fear of not being trusted, especially by the folks that depend on him, that sounds much like your story out of Atlanta. How excited were you to come into this role?
I mean, it was exciting really, it was exciting to work at the height of the pandemic when everybody said it wasn't no films in production. So that was exciting. It was exciting to work with Dion because, you know, him, Roxanne, and I had always been saying how we was going, you know, we planned to work together. And it was just exciting to be around other people, man, the fellowship and just the vibe out, you know, and to create something great, man. I think that it was a great moment that we all experienced together.
Absolutely, absolutely. Coming to you, Ruby, with Serena here. Now, arguably, you can say Serena did get the party started. She was the one that says around the campfire, you know, let's play a game and whatnot. And I thought her story really did set the tone, talking about being 18 years old, getting hit by a car, broke everything but her necklace, and how special that necklace is. It reminds me of the cross I wear around my neck, but the fear of losing control. Could you talk a little bit more about this character's experience and the fact that, and how does losing control play a factor into this film?
I think that losing control is, everybody wants control, right? We're afraid of the unknown. We want to know that what we want to happen is going to happen. It's just not possible. So thankfully, I've never been in an experience similar to Serena, but to go through something that profound, that terrifying, that, you know, no control, right? I would imagine that bleeds into every part of your life. And in order to get over that, you got to turn around and see what you need to do in order to heal that, no matter what it is. So coming into the film and learning about her and bringing in my own experiences, it was a great experience. It really was.
Yeah, Dion spoke to him earlier before I had to check out any of the film. He talked about a lot what this film is learning, and especially with you two characters here, the trauma that you just, you know, you hear and then can relate to, adds another layer of fear in the midst of the pandemic, in the midst of this being a horror film. There's a lot that's going on in this film. I can't wait to get back to it. Going back to you, Tip. I love the established camaraderie that you have with Joseph and Terrence. Could you talk about, and you, as you mentioned, being filmed in a pandemic, and your excitement to be able to work during a pandemic, but the work and putting in that camaraderie, making us understand that brotherhood between Joseph and Terrence's character. Could you talk about the work on that?
I mean, for one, I've known Terrence for years, met Joseph on set. He's an extreme class act, just a complete professional, and just totally the antithesis of the asshole we see on Power with his character Tommy. So you know what I'm saying? It was it was such a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna get shook down when I showed up on set, just, you know, thinking of his character, but to see how you know how cool is the other side of the pillar he was. And as close as, you know, Terrence and I have remained over the years, it was kind of easy. That bond came real easy and effortlessly. And not to mention King Batch and the others, like everybody kind of just fell into a groove immediately. Ruby had mentioned earlier the very first scene we did upon my arrival was the campfire scene,
which he just floored. It was amazing. He's so good in that scene.
And that, I mean, that was like my first scene. That was my first time in front of the camera on this particular project. And I think everybody kind of verbalizing how their character met or knew the other characters allowed us to create chemistry immediately, right then. And it was just, you know, we just kicked it, man, and vibed out for the whole time, man, until it was time to leave.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I got to get back to it. Obviously, it's a pleasure to talk to you. But folks, you can check it out January 27th, Fear. It's amazing thus far. And Tip and Ruby, it's a pleasure to talk to you today about it.
Thank
Love
you.
it.